Becoming is better than being, and that's why we consider ourselves to be a work in progress. It means that you are never complete, and you always have the opportunity to become something and someone better.
It allows you the ability to be comfortable with making mistakes and accepting yourself for who you are.
Yes, we are a work in progress. Hi, I'm AX.
I am GK.
And I am Chris Ham.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
So guys, this episode is a milestone episode.
Yeah?
This is the final episode of Work in Progress
No way.
before 2021 ends. The clock turns 12 and we move on to 2022, the year of many promises. So,
We thought that of 2020. Remember what happened?
no, 2022 will be better. 2022 will be better.
Amen.
It has to be better.
Amen.
Anyways, so what we're going to do today is everything we're going to talk about sort of captures what 2021 was all about. And so the first thing we're going to talk about is we're going to review the year. Each of us have selected two things that we found, or two things, some positive, some negative, that happened in the year 2021 that we're going to review, talk about, remind Kenyans about, and have fun with it. So, AX, why don't you be the one to lead us?
Okay, are you guys prepared to be depressed?
No.
Okay, Chris Sam, why don't you start?
Yes, yeah, let me start. Let's not start on a depressing.
Yes.
For me, I chose to focus on our motherland,
Okay.
the continent we all love, we call home, that's Africa.
Yeah.
So several things happened on our beautiful continent, or concerning Africa in this past year.
Yeah.
One of which I'll start with is very positive. World Trade Organization
yeah.
got a new Director General.
That was 2021.
Yeah.
Yes.
This year's been long.
It was protracted because it was her,
It
and
had
I
happened
think
before. I think even Amina Mohammed was in the race for it.
yes, at some
No,
point.
but I have a feeling like she assumed office this year.
This year, Feb, it's
Yeah.
sometime in Feb. So what
Okay,
happened was
I wrote about her
it
this
was
year.
her and an Asian lady, I think.
Yes, from
And
South
then
Africa.
America had not backed her, so that's the whole
There's a lot
delay.
of back and forth, yeah.
Yes,
Because of Trump.
so she was called Ngozi. She's called rather Ngozi
Okonjo
Iweala.
Iweala.
So she's the new boss at the WTO. So that's a win for Africa.
Yes.
So that was the first positive thing that happened in this world concerning Africa.
Now that's two of the world leading organizations that have Africans leading it.
WHO.
WHO, the World Health Organization.
Yes.
Tedros Ghebreyesus, and
Yes.
then now you have Ngozi Okonjo Iweala.
At some point, we had Kofi
Very
Annan,
proud of
head of the UN.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Number two is African countries signed into this treaty, the African Continental
Yes,
Free
free trade
Area.
agreement.
That was not 2021.
When was it?
That was like 2019.
No.
2021.
Okay, so the year has had a lot of issues on you, so we'll forgive you. So that happened this year as well. So now, as Africa, we came together and created a common market where we can now do our businesses.
Trade goods.
It's made easier and you have a bigger market and a variety of products. Number three is more not comical, but it's Africans being Africans being Africans.
Okay.
And it's when Nigeria suspended Twitter after they removed a post by the president. This was, I think, September, sometime in September.
We call it the Twitter wars. It started in
See, Buhari.
Buhari, but it happened right after Trump was suspended. That was 2021.
Yes.
January 2021.
Okay.
No, I feel like he was suspended closer towards the election. Because I know that you're right. He was suspended after 6th.
the
Yeah.
insurrection. So
Yeah.
it started with Trump. Then from Trump it moved to the Nigerian Buhari, and then it's also happened to some Ugandans. Hey, you could really define 2021 by Twitter because
By
also
suspensions, yeah?
the Twitter CEO resigned.
Oh, yeah, he
Twitter
did.
heavy, yeah.
I think I just put maybe one other thing. Yeah? Germany got its new chancellor after 16 years of Angela
Merkel
Merkel.
is out.
So it's a new start, new beginning for Germany,
Yeah.
and I'll leave you with those.
and the
I'll leave,
European
because
Union.
I don't want to depress you. I hope that
That's my job. That's
Yeah.
my
So
job.
now that we've been uplifted with joy,
Yes.
we now
You shall
steep
be-
decline to
You
depression.
shall be depressed with hope.
Okay.
Anyway,
That's terrible. That's
thank you. Okay, so are you guys ready to talk about the notable deaths of 2021?
I mean, yeah, why
If
not?
we must.
Why not?
Okay, so I'm going to start you off with the ones that are very simple, the ones you probably don't care about. Prince Philip died this year.
No, I care about that. What do you mean I don't care about it?
You really care about Prince Philip?
Yeah.
Okay.
1990, 95, 98 age. I think he was very old.
He was close to 100, actually.
He was the
Very,
husband
very
to the
close.
Queen.
Queen
And,
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
I love the Queen.
Okay, now who else died this year? Larry King died this year as well. The CNN guy, yeah.
Larry King is not alive.
You have issues, GK. Yeah?
So clearly, I'm failing my mission to depress. It seems like I'm educating.
You're educated. You know, when I was a young child, I used to wake up early because when my sisters woke up, they would take over the television. So I'd wake up at like 5 a.m. to watch TV, and the only thing that was on KTN was CNN. So I just watched Larry King and watched him make noise. I didn't understand what he was doing, but I was like, "That's wow," you know. So.
That old guy
shocked me. Yeah,
I have two for you in particular.
Okay.
Christopher Plummer, the guy who played Captain Von Trapp, is dead.
Yeah, that one I knew.
And Stephen Sondheim, the guy who wrote West Side Story, also dead.
Why is that for me? Why are those for me?
Because you're a music guy.
Yes.
Do you not like West Side Story? It's amazing.
Besides the point.
Oh, okay. Who else is that? You know Gunther from Friends?
Friends?
Yeah, Gunther from the show Friends.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, his name is, if I can find it on my notes, I will let you know, but he's dead too.
Okay.
James Michael Tyler.
Okay.
Is also unfortunately dead. DMX also died this year, guys.
Yeah, that one was based on even Kenyans felt that one.
As for Kenyans in particular, there's one person I would like to draw focus on, and it's just simply because the way her death has been covered, Agnes Tirop. A lot of hay has been made about a lot of hay has been made about the fact that she was murdered, and not enough about the fact about her achievements and accomplishments during her life. Her death has overshadowed her life, and that's not right.
Actually, I remember I don't know if it's Eunice Sum or if it's the 1500 Faith, forgotten her other name, the 1500 world champion.
Yes, okay.
Who said that many of them were thinking that Tirop would be groomed to be the next key marathon runner for Kenya. She was going to be the next big thing. You know, there's a whole process. So they were all very, very depressed. It was very sad, but great send-off.
Yeah. Who else? Michael K. Williams, the guy who played Omar from The Wire, is also dead.
Wow.
F.W. de Klerk, the president who...
Yes, the Nobel Prize sharing with
Mandela.
You're
going to say Obama?
It's because there have been so few black people that I mixed them up.
Simeon Nyachai, also dead. Charles Bukeko, the guy who played Papa Shirandula, also died this year.
That was 2021?
Yeah.
Not 2020?
No.
Okay.
You in the calendar.
Yeah,
no, honestly,
that fight going on.
Different WhatsApp
Kenyans are going to join me in this. 2021 and 2020 have been 1 year. To be honest, 2021 and 2020 have been 1 year.
It's been blood.
2020 was 6 months. 2021 was 6 months. Everything that happened, and not just 2020, from 2020 March 15th to be precise.
Yeah, it was March 15th.
That's when that's when the years just meshed up.
And unfortunately, this is someone who I was, particularly affected by. Samuel E. Wright, the guy who played Sebastian in The Little Mermaid.
Okay.
He's also dead.
You're enjoying this a bit too much.
I'm really not. It's just like whenever somebody prominent dies, you are either struck by either A, how little they contributed to your everyday life, or B, just struck by how much they contributed to your daily life.
It's so curious how we really look up to these figures and place them above everything. It's really interesting. Okay.
For example, like with Larry King, you no longer have somebody to watch at midnight on KTN. He's dead.
I think I passed that phase, but it's okay. Now YouTube exists.
Okay, and the last thing that I wanted to focus on for my contributions to Year in Review is Palestine. We're not going to talk about the politics of Palestine because I feel like Chris M and I would get into a fight. And we're trying to enter the new year with love and peace and no black eyes. Hence, we will not be talking about it today.
Okay.
But I will say... But I will say this about Palestine. Just because the media has stopped shining a spotlight on Palestine doesn't mean that the issues that are going on there have stopped, right? Never forget that Israel, legally speaking, is currently occupying Palestinian land. And that, as Kenyans, as a people who fundamentally understand what it feels like to have your land taken by somebody that is not from you at all.
Do you know what I remember about the Palestine for lack of a better word, drama this year?
Drama.
I said there, lack of a better word, for the uprising that happened this year, was people on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, putting those I'm with Palestine, I'm for Palestine. And I had the problem because even when Sudan happened, not this year, but the one happened in 2019, people put like blue things on their, on their emojis and the France thing. I really feel, solidarity is a good thing, but if you're standing for something, you can't really be a keyboard warrior and think anything's going to change. But
But not all of us can go to the front line and fight. So you show your support differently.
Yeah, not all of us can, afford to give money. But if you
involve
can,
yourself otherwise.
So just to add on to your famous deaths, yeah.
Oh God.
I have one famous death.
Okay.
So this here was the official death of Internet Explorer.
Oh.
So so if you've ever rebooted your computer, the first web nini.
If you had a computer, an old computer, you'd click on Internet Explorer.
No, even now, if you reboot your computer, okay, no, not now because it's dead. It will be the first browser that you get, and then it used to be very, very sad. Like, would you like to make Internet Explorer your default? Everyone's like, okay, I'll use you to download Chrome and then delete this guy, delete this guy.
No, but like, I absolutely love how Internet Explorer was laid to its own death because that's just what it is. Like, yeah.
So it's dead. We now have Microsoft Edge.
So now it's my turn.
Yes.
So what do these countries have in common? Mali, Ethiopia, Chad, Sudan,
War,
Cuba, South Africa,
instability,
Uganda, and Lesotho, and what's that place called? Eswatini.
Political instability.
Yes. And
Other
what
than
else
Cuba,
do those guys have in common?
Other than Cuba,
Black people.
they're all African countries.
All
except Cuba.
except for Cuba. Let me add another one. Haiti.
Yeah, black people.
Now Cuba and Haiti.
Okay.
And so 2021 has been a year of very curious. I think we're going to keep a very solid eye on this in 2022 because some trends are starting, some patterns are starting to emerge. Africa has experienced 4 coups after we've had a bit of a lull where there's been an increase once again. 5 coups, I apologize. Yeah. So you had the Sudan, whatever it was, Mali, Guinea, Ethiopia, and Chad.
No, Niger.
Niger was a coup attempt.
Yeah, no, it was,
Yeah, coup attempt, and then Chad as well. So a lot of insurrection has sort of happened. There's also Uganda, there's a bit of instability that's been going on there as well. So it's actually very curious to see patterns are starting to emerge. Why is Africa sort of uprising once again? I think 2022, we need to keep a very keen eye on that.
It could have been, like, as you so eloquently pointed out, 2021 and 2020 were basically one long year, right? And in that year was filled with economic destabilization, political instability, like people didn't know what's going on. And that kind of, like, we are ripe for change. Now, all you need is the right person, and I mean a good person, not a bad person, to seize on this moment. And unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, we don't know how history will turn out, but the kind of people who have had seizing these opportunities are
I guess
cool
maybe the pandemic also shone light on some bad leadership, for lack of a better word, or lack of leadership. So some leaders were not offering the leadership that was necessary to be able to tackle the pandemic, and so some people thought they could do a better job, and they didn't want to go the democratic way, so they used arms. It's just a hypothesis I'm
postulating. They also use feet.
Anyways, I think we're going to keep... Oh, God. Oh, gosh. Wow. Anyways, move on to the next one. That was a terrible part.
We're gonna you're just mad you didn't say it.
I am a little jealous of that I didn't get to say it, but it's okay. Anyways, but I was thinking it.
Okay.
So, next one. Kenya's now, I'm going to talk about our country, accomplishments we've had. President Uhuru held the Global Education Summit. I think they managed to raise, $400 million. It was like a lot of money. Kenya received the Barbados Award. That was the Bayesian Award. The United Security Council seat was taken over by the country.
Yes.
It's a big moment as well. And then, in other things, Kenya held IAAF sporting event in which Ferdinand Omanyala broke the African record. That happened 2021. Another thing that happened in 2021, the rally is back.
Yeah, the rally.
The rally is back. I wanted to go, but then someone told me, and I think they were very wise, that traffic is not going to be worth it. So next time I've already planned, I'll be taking leave for a week, so that I'm there early and I leave late. That's the only way you avoid that jam.
There's also the fact that I think Kenya has been up for some pretty incredible things regarding Interpol and AfriPol. I know that one of our guys has now been chosen to head up AfriPol, and I think the same thing is happening with Interpol.
It's incredible. And
the DCI.
And another thing that happened during the Mashujaa Day speech, Kenyans went into jubilation. They were ecstatic. I've never seen Kenyans like that before in my life. And why was that the case?
Curfew
was lifted. That was the most cheered Kenyan thing I've ever seen in my life. The cartoons, I remember winning headlines. The cartoons were just hilarious. guys just were ready to party, and Kenyans have not disappointed in that case. Lakini, I'll say it from this station and all these things. Stay safe. Remember,
don't forget to wear your mask.
Wear your mask.
The
There's
new
these
variant,
new variants,
Omicron.
And all these new variants that are coming up, so we're not out of the woods yet. But it was fun to see Kenyans just release some steam for the first time in 2 years. So those are some of the key events that happened in 2021. There's a huge list that we can continue. We can continue. The space race happened here. A number of natural disasters happened here. Great African accomplishments, among many others. So we're going to end that conversation right there. We'll be back after the break with the next segment. Welcome back to Work in Progress. And now it is time for the next segment, which will be led by none other than AX. Take it away.
Fantastic. So on the subject of great things that have happened in 2021 and my tie, guess what we're talking about today?
Blue.
Official wear.
Blue, yellow.
This is a flag.
I know it.
What is it? What is it?
Republic of Barbados.
Exactly. Keyword being republic, because on the 30th of November 2021, Barbados became a republic after 56, I think, years of being a constitutional monarchy. Now, I want to ask you guys a number of questions about this, considering that well, this is the last time a Commonwealth country actually became a republic was in 1992.
Oh,
so
wow.
So it's been a while.
Which country was that?
Mauritania.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think it was absolutely necessary for? Because do you guys think it was necessary for Barbados to declare themselves a republic? Because they're still independent. Their systems of governance don't really change that much.
Yeah.
So
actually, I'm 100% for what they did, because they were reclaiming their own power over their own destiny. You know, there are 15 countries that are left in the what they call Commonwealth realm. These are non-republics. These are countries that still call the Queen the head of state.
So like Jamaica.
And none of them are African. All of them are combined either from, most of them are islands. Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Antigua, Barbuda, the Bahamas, Belize. It's the Caribbean, and it is the white colonies that have sort of remained under the Queen. So I think taking a step and doing it is reclaiming your identity a little bit and reclaiming your own destiny. Like now we can't blame, we're getting rid of the past. I think Mia Motley and Prince Charles during that event, they spoke about how it'd been 400 years or so of oppression in Barbados. Are you gonna keep keeping that link? No. In fact, I'm the sort of guy who doesn't necessarily even believe that the Commonwealth as it is, as it's constituted right now, where Kenya is a member of, should exist. I think the ties need to be cut a little bit, and I think Barbados made that right decision.
Okay. For a different time, though. Very interesting question about whether or not the Commonwealth should be constituted.
Yeah.
You've been very quiet and pensive. Are you about to say no, they should have remained?
That's gratitude for you. After all those years,
You
when
wait.
Britain was good to you.
I knew it!
That's gratitude. When you just up and leave,
Christoph, you can't be serious.
I'm so serious. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a Bermudian.
Bayesian.
I'm not Bayesian, so I don't know what they were going through. Maybe it was necessary.
Slavery.
But sometimes, I mean, slavery, come on. They were going through slavery.
Colonialism.
They were going through colonialism.
They did.
Everyone did. I'm just saying right now,
Okay.
were they going through that? What precipitated them wanting to be a republic? Is it something they needed or something they just wanted to do?
So, I can actually give you context on this because the call for Bayesian republicanism, Bayesian republicanism has actually been there since they got their independence in 1966. It's just that at the time, actually still about now, a lot of people felt that they were not yet ready to become a republic and be completely independent. A lot of people didn't have, especially in the 60s, 70s, in the early post-colonial era, a lot of people weren't sure that they could trust in their institutions. They wanted like a check that they were all familiar with. And it wasn't until I think like 2015-ish when the Bayesian government actually started pushing and saying, yeah, we actually want to become a republic. We're ready. We trust ourselves. Let's do this.
Let me ask you, the head of state, she's a woman?
Yes.
So would Barbados be probably and this is just out on a limb, would it be the first country as of now, as we are right now, that has a female both head of state and a female head of government?
Technically, no, because New Zealand has Jacinda Ardern and then Queen Elizabeth.
Okay, fine. But I'm saying now republics, forget Queen Elizabeth. And you have, because Barbados has Mia Mottley, who I think is the 2021 personality of the year.
Oh my goodness, she's
she
incredible.
has speeches incredible.
What? It's not just her. There seems to be, I've been reading a lot about Barbados. There seems to be something about Bayesian speechwriters because their speeches, they just hit you in your heart.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
If you have the chance, watch the one she did at the COP26. It was inspiring. It's about 7 minutes. You get very inspired by it. So,
what do you mean? Okay, but back to that. But let me circle back to what I had said. Yeah, you look at Australia, very prosperous.
Yeah.
Look at Canada, very prosperous. So we can't really say that being under the Queen was stifling the growth of.
I'm not saying a prosperity necessarily is the issue. I'm saying mental identity, moving forward beyond the chains that have held you back. If you need to hold, you need to move forward. What does the Queen represent? What does the crown represent to a black person? What does it represent?
No. To me, it doesn't represent slavery.
Okay, not to you.
I love the monarch. I hope that the day never comes when the Queen goes, yeah? And I know she will, but I hope the day never comes because I have a certain love affair with the monarch.
With the monarch.
With her in particular, not even Charles, it was just Elizabeth.
Elizabeth
is
and then the grandchildren. I don't know why.
You ignore, wait, like William and Harry, not the babies?
Do you know, fun sort of fact is that as we move on, that one of the interesting things is a number of people who are born in the 60s, 70s, they really got really hurt when Princess Diana passed away. Kenyan women, because she represented a difference. Like, you could be a princess too.
Can I also say, even though I was one, when she died, I was also heartbroken. Like, I did not stop crying because
at the age of one.
She was a princess.
Yes,
she was so beautiful, and also that black dress, that revenge dress. Ooh, mwah.
Okay,
oh, chef's kiss.
So, in keeping with the running theme of this episode, which is, as we said, year in review. Now let's go into one of the segments that we instituted this year, which we're going to push on.
Okay.
Shenzis of the year. No, so it's not one Shenzi. It's several Shenzis. So I think I'll give my first one, and then you guys can see if you have any. Okay? So mine is one I found absolutely hilarious. You know, in Western Kenya, there's a delicacy of things. What are they called? They're small, the termites that come out in the night and shed the fly.
Only when it rains.
Oh, kumbe kumbe.
Kumbe kumbe. And it's a delicacy. And in some locations in the country, grasshoppers are also considered a bit of a delicacy that you eat once in a while. And it's good, no problem. However, there are certain things you do and there are certain things you don't. Eat grasshoppers in your own time at your own place? Go ahead. Sell grasshoppers on a plane? Now there we're gonna have a problem.
Where are you taking us?
So
why is that a problem?
Okay, so a Ugandan man was arrested for selling fried grasshoppers as snacks to fellow passengers on a Ugandan Airlines flight. And one other interesting thing that happened is the airline even said that they would now consider adding them to their menu, which was an interesting thing. So anyways, there's a video going around of him selling nsene, that's grasshoppers, through a blue plastic bag. It went viral, and from another passenger. So basically what's happened is that now this guy was arrested, they were fired, they were put away because they decided they're going to hawk grasshoppers in a plane.
Was it a domestic flight?
I'm not sure if it was a domestic flight.
Would that have made it?
Yes. If it's a domestic flight, I'm all for that. But if it's an international flight,
I don't think, because the person who recorded it was another passenger on a Dubai-bound flight from Entebbe.
So
who recorded it. So I don't think
it was international.
I think it was
okay, then I have a problem with that. Then I might have a problem with that. But my issue is, who's the Shenzi? Is it the guy who was selling? Is it the customs people? Is it the flight attendants? How did he get from where he was onto the plane with that bag?
The bag of grasshopper.
Who's the Shenzi? Is he the Shenzi? Actually, I don't think he's the Shenzi.
You think the airport security is the Shenzi?
Everyone around the airport, all those employees around the airport, who it was upon them to stop that guy before getting onto the plane. All of them, that whole line is a line full of Shenzis. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
From the customs to the flight attendants to the guy operating the stairs, if there's such a thing. Everyone, even the cleaner next to the ndege, they are all shenzis.
I can't deny. You know, there are certain things you can hawk things on a matatu, but to be able to hawk things on a plane, not even grasshoppers, but hawk anything on a plane, it requires some sort of expertise.
Wait, so this wasn't a passenger on the?
No,
it was a passenger.
Flight attendant.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the game is the game. So he's side hustling. They're side hustling. Let them side hustle. Man, in this economy, you need a side hustle.
I'm not scared about our security.
No, I think he was a passenger. Sorry, I think he was a passenger. Mistake there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All the same.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
surprising. Okay. What are your shenzis of the week?
I did not give this much thought. So I have no shenzi.
You have no shenzi.
I have no shenzi.
I'll just leave the shenzi. I'm so petrified.
At the grasshoppers?
I don't say Africa is full of shenzis, but Africa is full of shenzis. And I'll leave it there. Let me just put it that way.
Okay, disagree, but anyways, that is where we're going to conclude this year's final episode of Work in Progress. Thank you so much for watching the show, and we will be here with you once that clock strikes midnight and we go to next year. We'll be with you
See you
right there.
2022.
See you 2022.
Happy New Year.